Good morning, everyone. It is a very miserable and cold day here in the UK, but I'm heading out to my greenhouse because it is probably the only place where I am about to get some peace and quiet. So look at this. Just look how wonderful this looks. It makes me so happy. I have come in here to check on the progress of my purple sprouting broccoli, and they've come up so well. Look at these guys. Oh my goodness. We've already got little shoots in there, more shoots coming up here. Nothing else is showing any signs of life yet, I don't think. What is that? Is that a stone, or is that... That looks like it could be a seed that's about to pop, so I'm going to cover that over. No signs of life. Oh, we have a little lummy in the building. Or outside the building, should I say. Oh, look, there's another one there as well, another purple sprouting broccoli. So that's doing really well in these temperatures, which is good. Apparently it's really hardy, so that was why I planted that now and not a normal broccoli. Madam wants to come in. You coming in? In you come, my love. It's not much warmer in here. So the floor is almost completely dry in here, which is amazing. Just got this slight patch around here that is waiting to dry out, and then the guys can come in and lay the cobbled floor, which is really exciting. So hi, it is Friday and I've got a fairly chilled day, except I've got a Zoom call at 4 o'clock. So yeah, not too much to do, so I thought I would potter around. So the floor is almost finished. It's going to be completely laid today, and it's going to be grouted tomorrow, which is Saturday. We have got the floor finished laying today, and then the grout is going to go in. So I totally didn't even mention it on the video, but the grout is a warm jasmine colour, so which I don't even know what that is as a colour, but I think it's like a light colour. So it's going to be really different from the previous floor, which had a really dark grout in it, and I absolutely hated it. I know that this floor is going to be a harder upkeep because it's a natural floor, but that's what I want, and I know that I'm going to have it cleaned and stuff like that, so I am prepared for the work that is involved, don't worry. The electrician is coming today, so hopefully our new centre island light is going up. The skirtings have started to go on, the handles have started to go on, so I am going to give you a big update today about this. We are doing something really quite exciting in this video, and this is something that I think I've spoken about it on my channel. I'm not entirely sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I have, because I remember someone having a go at me about it. So it might have been on my Instagram, who knows. But one thing that I've wanted to do for a while is to buy a cottage somewhere in, just somewhere. I had a few locations, probably about 2, that were the places that I wanted to buy, and I felt that they were good to buy. And I wanted it as a holiday home for us, to be able to just go and escape, but when maybe we're not using it, we can let it out. And I have a very specific idea of what that cottage is like, and I think you guys know already. But anyway, tomorrow we are actually going, obviously COVID secure, to view a property. This is the first time we're doing this. I actually started the process over a year ago now, I think in maybe was it January or December? And I spoke to a buying agent somewhere, and I was going to start looking for cottages then. And then COVID hit, and it was a bit of a nightmare, and so it all kind of ground to a halt. But it's also more important to me that it's the right property as well. So we're going to go and look at this house, and it is really beautiful. It is really beautiful. I love the whole mixing of old and new, and I think that this has this perfectly. So yeah. It's an exciting time. Obviously, such early days. It's very unlikely that... Can we just appreciate that she is climbing on my knee, that I am resting on my potting table? It's very unlikely that we're going to find the right house from the first viewing, but we are just going to go and have a look. I'm obviously not going to take you inside either, but I thought I would sort of document the process a little bit as well, which is really exciting. You okay, my lummy pet? Oh, you've got dirty paws all over mummy's nice clean leggings. So I'm coming out here to do a little bit of watering, give the plants some feed as well, just to give them a little bit more nourishment and what have you. And then we're going to get on with the day, I guess. But I've got my Zoom call, so hopefully as soon as I've got that out of the way, I can crack on. So I have this organic seaweed fertilizer that I'm gonna give to the plants and the veggies to just give them a little bit extra. And then I think I'm gonna give some to the beds as well, just so that it beds in really nicely in time for when I'm planting all of my little seedlings out there, and also give the stuff that's already out there a good old fertilize. But I've got my morning coffee and it's gonna be a really, really wonderful weekend. I've had a really good week, and it's been lovely to have a good week, and I'm just looking forward to having a chilled weekend, even though we're gonna have workmen in the house anyway. But I'm loving it. I'm loving seeing everything come together, and we're not far off. This Monday coming, our furniture starts arriving. I don't know what day our table is arriving, but that is going to be a momentous day. And then the following Monday is when they come to dress the place. So, oh, and yesterday, I forgot to update you on that. Yesterday, we had Watford Refrigeration come to the house to quote for our air conditioning unit to be placed in our bedroom. We're not having it done anywhere else in the house at the moment. We certainly wouldn't ever have it done on the lower ground floor, because it's really nice and cool down there anyway. But there's the one thing that I'm like, oh, they should have put aircon in this house. My brother had Watford Refrigeration put his aircon in his whole house, and it's amazing. And so as much as I think it would be good for us, it really is only bad when you can't sleep. And so last summer we were just like, oh, this is too much. So we knew we were going to have Watford Refrigeration come in and have a look. So that's what we've had done. So fingers crossed we're able to have it done. Basically, I'll show you the plans of what we're going to do in our bedroom as well, because I think it's quite handy, quite nifty, the way that we're thinking about doing it. So I thought I would show you, just in case any of you guys are doing the same, because I did have a lot of messages from people like, oh, this is my dream. So yeah, she thought I was locking her in here. So when I came walking back, she was like, ma'am. And I opened the door, she's like, I'm going out. Oh, you're staying in here? Well then, so am I. Despite the fact that it is absolutely freezing and windy out here, if ever there is a more beautiful sign of spring, it is this one. Hello, Lummy! Look at this purple flower growing in one of my raised beds. I don't know what it is yet. I think I'm going to use my Picture This app to find out. But I'm going to leave it there for now because this bed is empty. But we're going to get back inside because, oh my goodness, it is absolutely freezing today. I cannot tell you how cold I am. Oh, it feels good to be out in the car. Ali and I are on our way to Woburn. We are heading to TOWCESTER and Hicks. I think Ali's going to drop off some clothes, and I just fancied coming along for the ride and seeing what it's like, because I've actually never been there before. We are then going to get some food, you think?
We are.
What food should we get?
I don't know.
What should we get?
I have no idea.
Although the kitchen is coming along. It really is. It's very sunny today. It was actually really miserable when the day started, so it means good things for my greenhouse, because when that gets warm, that's when things start to like germinate. Is that the right word? Or just
blossom?
Sprout, as I like to say. But we've just finished off at TOWCESTER and Hicks, and we were basically just socially distanced outside of the car, but I feel like I still got the amazing treatment that you would get when you're there. Basically, I don't know if you remember, I've actually mentioned them before on my channel. I went on their website and I was looking because I wanted to get some bespoke tailoring done and get some jackets made, some really like beautiful smart jackets made, as well as potentially some other things, because they do cashmere ponchos and things like that, and knitwear and shirts. And if you are a regular around here, you'll know that I'm really, really passionate about beautiful white shirts. It's just something that I always find myself lusting after, and I feel amazing in them. Oh, look at that Defender.
Yeah.
Nice Defender. And they actually brought out a jacket that they had there to show me, just to basically show me what they could do. Obviously all socially distanced, all wearing masks, and Ali was picking up his suit, which you can see in the back. Click and collect. But they brought out this jacket to show me, and oh my goodness, this jacket was 15 years old, and it was probably one of the most beautifully made jackets I have ever seen. It kind of made me a little bit sad, but also excited, because it made me sad because obviously I lost my nonno recently, and this is all of the stuff that he used to do, and I would get to wear jackets as maybe not as beautiful as the blazer, because that's probably not what a child would wear, but I had these beautiful coats that were made from cashmere that like my mum had matching ones, and I just didn't know about it. And now I'm at that age where obviously I love fashion, but I'm almost going more towards, like, I love brands, and like there are brands that I really love to buy from, but I'm really wanting to get some pieces that are actually like made to measure on me, that fit me so perfectly that it just looks incredible and it looks amazing craftsmanship. And it's sad that I can't go to my nonna for that, but it's exciting to have somewhere so close by that's such a beautiful location. I love that it's local as well, that it's a family business, and it's in the area where I feel like I support so many businesses from Woburn, like Woburn Mosaic, obviously Lauren Casely, and hopefully, I mean, I'm just really excited for when everything opens again, that I'm able to go there and get something made. Yeah, I'm so excited. It is honestly just wonderful. But we're heading home now, and I'm actually excited to get home as well, because I'm hoping there's going to be some developments at the house. We're just going through, is this Woburn Sands, isn't it? There's Nonna's. We'll just head home and make whatever we can from what we've got. There's that leftover pasta from last night. I don't know if there's enough for both of us, but I'll maybe have a crumpet or something. I'm really into crumpets at the moment. Yeah, I'm loving crumpets. Mr. Millen Gordon is in the driving seat as usual. But yeah, no, that was really cool. Do you know what I think it is when you interact with people now after everything. Yeah, and it was just, I could have listened to Jeff all day. Honestly, I could have listened to him all day. It really was just so fascinating hearing his stories, and it was lovely. Really, really lovely. Anyway, home James. Well, you aren't going to see much from this way because the light is so low, but let me show you the other way and the floor. I think when I showed you in my other vlog, the floor was still a little bit damp from being outside, and now it's all drying out, but this is obviously covered in dust. So we're going to give this a hoover, obviously, because it looks filthy. It still needs to be grouted. So these grout lines look really dark at the moment, but they're actually going a lighter colour. So it'll look like I've got the same grout as last time, but no. We've got undercoat on the skirting boards and on the door and the architrave, because that's going to be painted on Monday. We've got the new colour on the island. We have the new Jim Lawrence pendant light up with the 3 pendants. We are currently like mad people cleaning because it is just covered in dust in here. Oh, we've got the Unkuku lights that are up in the tongue and groove paneling. We've still got a little bit more paint to hide, but all of the electrics have been done. We're having a bit of trouble with our spotlights because they're LEDs, but they just always flicker, and these dimmers are supposed to be for LEDs, but as you can see, it's not going well. But we're about to take all of the masking tape off as well that is around the cupboards. All of the skirtings are back on, and we're going to take all of the little yellow tape around here off. The only thing that hasn't been done in here is the cabinetry lights. I thought they were being done today, but I don't think that they had them, which is a little bit annoying. But we've still got stuff to do in here, like the wall hasn't been painted here. Obviously everything is going this kind of sage green colour, which is really lovely, which is Hardwick white. So all of this wall here hasn't been painted, or here. So that's what we're waiting on. I think there's also a few final coats to be done, like on the windows and on the insides of the cooker. Ali's devouring the biscuits, and I think I've got about 10 minutes until my call, but I really just want to be in here organising everything and making it look good. But we are very, very close. We've still got a few more handles to go on. The guys are coming back tomorrow to grout the floor, so this floor will be finished tomorrow, which is really good. And it's so funny, they come to me and they're like, this tile here, this one's particularly like beaten up, do you want it in like a really prime location? Because basically I love the flooring as beaten up as possible. Basically I love all of the imperfections on the floor, so he's like, this one's really imperfect. I'm like, you get me, okay, you get me. Ali is taking up the masking tape now. Paul, our painter, has done a fantastic job. He is an actual machine. Looking good. And then we've got a little bit of progress in the hallway as well. It's currently cordoned off. So as you can see, it's a little bit more orangey in here because I think these tiles are still a little bit damp from being outside. But yes, we're gonna hoover, we're gonna mop, and we're gonna get this looking as good as possible for when our table arrives next week. So I think it's like Thursday or something like that our new table arrives, which is very, very exciting. Well, this is a sight I like to see. Mr. Millen Gordon working away. We have had a big old tidy up in here. Everywhere just feels so dusty though. But he's doing a great job giving the tiles a clean, ready to be grouted tomorrow. Oh my goodness, looks so amazing. So this is how it's looking at night. I've literally just lit my first candle in here. I've gone for a peony and blush suede, but I'm sure that Lauren will absolutely nail the fragrance for in here because how good is she at fragrances? Oh, your office is the one. So we are actually starting to move things back in here because even though they've got a little bit to finish off, there's things that we can put away that isn't too disruptive because there's only a little bit of painting left to do and a few handles to go on and a little bit of electrics. But we're gonna mostly move back into here from the utility, so it'll free up a little bit of space in the utility. I also took Porter for his walk and he literally got home and just passed out straight in his bed. I hope you can't hear the music. Hopefully my voice was bellowy enough. But the ambience in here is very, very lovely. We've popped this basket in here just because we need it out of the way, but actually the tone just looks so wonderful. Oh my gosh, the floor is looking amazing and I can't wait for the grout lines to be bright and beautiful. But it's so lovely. Oh.
Chicken pasta bacon, chicken pasta alfredo,
Alfredo. Well, I think this is the first time that I'm waking up and walking into this room and it's feeling like home. I mean, it's starting to feel like home. Oh, I'm just so loving, especially this little corner, just because it's got the wicker basket there. It looks so lovely. We've got a little heater in here at the moment, but oh, it is looking so wonderful. However, I'm a little bit sad. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit sad because by the looks of things, the floor tilers haven't turned up. And I did say to them yesterday, I was like, can you just grout before you go? Because I kind of felt like they weren't gonna come. And the only reason we wanted it grouted is because we want to get Porter back in here because this is the place that he knows and he's most comfortable and he's quite disrupted. But he can't be in here in case he goes to the toilet on the floor and it goes down the cracks. Oh well, not the best start to the day, but it is looking really wonderful in here and just this floor is making me so happy. So we have some developments in the floor, which is good. The guys are on their way over, so all is not lost. It's looking like we're going to get the floor grouted today, which means Porter can get back in here and we can get on with our day. I haven't got my hair done yet, but we'll just ignore that. Ali is cooking up a storm, eggy crumpets and bacon, which is a new favourite, isn't it? Very excited for
My
this.
favourite is smoked salmon and cheese bagels.
Cream cheese bagels, yeah. We don't have any bagels though, or salmon or cream cheese. So, so this is what we have, but it's really lovely. We also got the curtains up last night, and by we, I mean Ali did. And I just started putting in some cushions because everything in here that went in initially was all sort of the same shade. Obviously this coffee table is going to be moving. I was going to sell it, but I'm actually not going to sell it. I'm going to sell the one in my office and I'm going to put this down in my office because I think that size-wise it will be really good down there. But now we've got our cream curtains up, which are the original cream curtains that we're keeping. Thankfully, in this room, I was able to keep the curtains. There's a lot of rooms where I couldn't keep the curtains and I was really sad about that because fabric is so expensive. But now that you're going to get these more contrasting colours coming into the room, it's not all going to look two colours, which I appreciate. Everything that went in was very much like that, but the carpet is just the dream for us. Like, I love this so much. It's got such texture. It is so beautiful. I'm in love with it, and these covers look incredible. I'm just really happy. These cushions, I think I saw in the invoice that we've got new cushions coming, but I've just popped these in here because I think that it just makes it feel more like a finished room, but I actually can't reach any of the cushions that we had in here. Let me show you what our guest bedroom looks like at the moment, because this I haven't shown you yet. So this is down where the guest bedrooms are. This room is all set and ready for us to move into next week. And this is the other guest bedroom. Holy dough balls. So as you can see, all of the cushions are at the back there and it's really difficult to get to them. So hopefully next week when I manage to sell some bits and pieces, I'll be able to get to it. But yeah, as it stands, this room is not very workable for us. So yeah, the guys are on their way over, so I'm really looking forward to that, because basically what the issue was for me was that I have to film a brand video to go, oh my god, this view is just so amazing, guys, I can't cope. Look at this. When the table is there, when it's like the most beautiful rustic table from Home Barn, very similar to the stools. Oh my god, it's gonna look amazing. But yeah, so my problem was that I have to film a video for a brand platform, and I'm fine to film my own stuff and like any sponsored stuff during the week, but if I have to film for a brand's platform, they're not going to be particularly understanding if there's loads of like drills and hammers and things like that going on in the background, and also like men talking. So I put it off for this weekend, and I was like, right, so the guys are going to be in here grouting on the Saturday, so I'll film it on the Sunday. And then when they've not come, I was like, oh no. And then they were like, they can come on the Sunday, and I was like, oh no, because last night I enjoyed some wine and I stayed up late because I thought I was going to be filming tomorrow. Anyway, I know what I mean, but all is not lost. So I'm going to be able to get up tomorrow and do that. We're having our breakfast, well, it's more like a brunch now, and I'm going to go and check on the greenhouse as well. Then we are going to go and view the property, which is really, really exciting. So yes, and I'm going to give you a full debrief of what we thought and things like that. But yeah, it's going to be a good day, a productive day. Last night we were in bed pretty early watching Anne with an E, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you might not know my obsession with that. It's going to be probably like Downton, where I don't shut up about it until I find something new to talk about. But oh my gosh, it is one of the best programs I think I've ever watched. It wasn't even in the top charts, and I just saw that it had a really like high rating on Netflix, and it is so magical. Like, it is shot so beautifully, first of all, and initially you find her really annoying, you find Anne really quite like, oh, but then you just instantly fall in love with her and you want to protect her, and it's just, oh, I love it. And I love that there's 3 series to get through. So yeah, we watched that last night. And also the costumes, when Matthew buys her the dress with the puff sleeves, you'll know if you've watched it, and if you haven't watched it.
Oh, you can't just give it away. It's a big moment.
It's not a big moment, she gets bought a dress. Anyway, the dress is absolutely beautiful, like so wearable today. And I even think that Mirella Cuthbert's outfits, like with the waist belts and the puff sleeve blouses and skirts, so wearable today, like in this day and age, so wearable. And I feel like they've done that on purpose. Like they've given that sort of era in the outfits, but a real kind of like modern feel. I love it. But yeah, so anyway, I am loving that at the moment. And if you watched it, let me know in the comments, because it is just the best. Breakfast is served, eggy crumpets, and we're having maple syrup. This is the 100% pure Buckwood organic Canadian maple syrup, which I guess could be a little bit of a nod to Anne with an E, because it's set in Canada. So yeah, this is our Anne with an E breakfast. Well, we have good news. The kitchen floor is currently being grouted, and they even checked the grout colour with us before we left, which was fabulous, and it looks really, really good. It'll probably have to dry a little bit over time, but they're doing it, and that is fabulous. We are currently on our way to Frost's, which is a garden centre in Woburn. Gone to Woburn a lot in this video, but we're heading there because we've got a voucher to spend, and I want to pick up some more bits and pieces for the garden and for my greenhouse. I was going to do an Amazon order, and I was like, do you know what, I'd rather just go and support like a local.
The voucher was a gift from my mum.
Garden centre, yeah, it was.
It sounded like they gifted.
Oh right, sorry, yeah, no, it's a gift. It was a gift voucher from Ali's mum, not from them. So it's an actual gift, not a hashtag ad gift. So yeah, we're gonna go and hopefully spend that, get some bits for the garden. I didn't tell you, but I actually spent about £210 last night on some flowers from Farmer Gracie, and there are lots of like bulbs and things to plant in the beds either side of my greenhouse, because I was looking on Pinterest and they had like, what I wanted to find was like a cut flower garden like layout inspiration, and I found one on there, and it was all kind of pink and white, and I thought the pink and white would look really nice against the green, because I think that colour green particularly looks nice offset by really chic shades of pink, and then some other little bits of like gypsophilia and stuff like that, so it'll look really nice in there. But anyway, I've ordered that, so that should arrive at some point. I think it's quite a way off. I think they arrive in April, ready for planting. But I'm gonna see what they've got in frosts, because I love frosts. It's so nice.
Sometimes I wish I had a combine harvester.
Do you?
No, I just want to create nice. I like landscaping.
Do you?
After raking. But yeah, I just like the idea of getting a big tractor or something, just basically
Big tractor.
digging up everything and making things all flow level and nice curves. Landscaping.
Yeah.
Landscape design.
Yes. Anyway, we are looking at potentially buying this for the woodland area. I love this. Love this little area. Oh, I love this. It's like a little Mad Hatter's tea party set.
You want to sit on that chair, would you?
No, you wouldn't want to sit on that one.
Bet there's a few little minxes that would though.
You're so great. We are currently sat outside of Frost's, and I've got my hazards on because I'm parked up letting Ali fill the boot with all of our loot. I've just literally bought so much stuff. I actually got some peppers, some sweet red peppers, because I wanted to grow them, but I think I'm a little bit late. I'm not sure. So I got some that had already sprouted just to sort of cheat a little bit on that one. I've finally got my raspberries. I think I'm gonna have a whole raspberry bed. Raspberry bed. So I got 2 raspberry plants, and I've also picked up some more dahlias and some more seeds. Oh my gosh, it's such a good trip. We've got so much stuff. Our boot is literally full. Looks so good. We have just got home and I'm about to take Porter for a walk before we head out again. I'm so upset. Actually, I'll get to that in a second, okay? But we have an exciting reveal because the floor has been grouted in the kitchen, and I must have said this about 1,000,000 times on my stories, but the floor hadn't been grouted, but still I had like 100 messages from people that are like, what are you going to do about the gaps in between the stones? And it's like, it's waiting to be grouted. Anyway, this is obviously it ungrouted, and then this is the stone grouted, and this is the floor. There we go. That's a little bit better to show you what it looks like. And I absolutely love it. It needs to be cleaned, so all of this is where they've wiped it down. We need to give it a mop. And there are actually so many questions about how you clean this floor. We're still sort of learning with it, but it's one of those floors that's never gonna like look clean. It looks old, it looks weathered, it looks aged. That's like the beauty of it and what I wanted about it, because our other floor was just a nightmare. Like, it's got all of these little like nooks and little edges taken off, and I just absolutely love the way it looks. You can hear Porter talking to himself. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna take him out for a walk, then we're going to hopefully settle him down again, and we are gonna set off for the viewing of this house. Yes, so we're heading to look at the property. Ali and I own other properties, but this is one that's like specifically for us. So we're gonna go and have a look at that and just give it the once over, see if it's the right one for us, and then just kind of debrief from it. But I can't believe that the floor is gone and we've got this new one and it looks so nice. The grout is still drying, so I think it's probably gonna dry a little bit lighter, but yeah, it's looking so, so lovely. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm trying to cover the mic with my hand, but he's got his new coat on. It's definitely too short for him, but it's definitely keeping him warm. This is what we do every single time, okay? I have to carry him to this point, and he might walk. He might not. And then he'll just kind of like stop, and then do his own thing, and just, you know. Come on. So these were a little impulse purchase that we made at the till at Frost's. I bloomin' love Cartwright and Butler biscuits, but they also do incredible gluten-free biscuits. They sadly didn't have any at Frost's, and I was just feeling too tempted by these big, beautiful tins. So we've got chocolate brownie biscuits and exquisite biscuits. I don't know what exquisite biscuits are, but we shall find out. We are just back from the walk, and I can see a very large, very black cloud coming over just behind the greenhouse. So I thought that I would get out here quickly and show you everything that we got at the garden centre. So wonderful. Oh look, the pheasants. Oh, you're stealing our grass seeds. You little shish kebabs. Right, so in here we've got some tulip, a grass, white, purple. Yeah, I wanted to get some tulips because I didn't actually order any like bulbs of tulips, and I really wanted to have some around the greenhouse, but for the moment I'll just keep them in here and let them sort of sprout up. These are the pepper plants that I got. I don't really know how many pepper plants you need, but I have loads. I need to order some lollipop thingies because we don't have any left and they didn't have any at Frost's. I also got some wildflower mixes for the area out the back here. And I finally got my hands on some raspberry plants because I don't plan on growing raspberries from seed because apparently that's really hard. So I went and picked these up because I've got my strawberries already ready to go. These all ready to go. These guys are all sprouting up nicely. Can't believe we've already got a pea. Can you believe it? Little pea. Oh, there's another one little peeping through there. You just can't, only just about see it. So these are the little baskets that I picked up. I just thought they'd be really useful for storing my tools in and things like that, but also really beautiful and decorative. I also got a whole load of little seed pots. These are made from 100% sustainable materials, so nothing bad there. I also got these, which I thought was really nice. I saw them, I was like, well, why not? These are 5 dahlias, and it's Harvey's blend. And my dad's name is Harvey, so I thought that that was really lovely. And then seeds-wise, I went a bit wild, to be honest with you. Oh, I can't wait to have a table in here. In fact, I actually saw the most perfect table for in here in Frost's, and it wasn't for sale. It's from a company called, it's a trade company, Parlane. And it's one of those places, it's like a trade account, and it was the most beautiful, beaten up old round table that would be perfect for in that corner and for sitting around. And yeah, I don't have a trade account, so that was really upsetting. And they weren't for sale in Frost's, which was a shame. So, more artichokes. These ones are ready for planting February, March and April, so I'm gonna get those in as we speak. Some pumpkins as well. They go in about April, May, June time. Some cabbages, some sweet corn, which is funny because we actually have game crop just around the border of our garden. So our garden goes just to where you can see those bushes there, and we've got game crop all the way around there, and I could just go and grab some from there. So I got some sweet corn, more pumpkins, squash, Brussels sprouts, winter squash, more squash apparently, more Brussels sprouts, and some more cabbage. Apparently I went wild on those seeds. So lots to be doing over this period. To be honest, I've got so much to plant that I just don't know what to do with myself. But I'm thinking of making this into a raspberry like bed and just having raspberries in there. I don't think you realise how much I love raspberries. Everyone's always like, oh, raspberries just take over. Good. I love raspberries. Raspberries with yogurt, oh my god, with gin, with everything. Raspberries are amazing. And so I would actually devote a whole bed to like raspberries, just alone. But I'm gonna do a lot of Googling and understanding of everything that I need to know about all of these plants and what I'm gonna need. But exciting times. I'm gonna have a very, very busy April planting. Unreal scenes here in the countryside. We are currently en route to view the house, and I'm running out of battery. Oh no! No! Don't worry, I've got my phone, so all is not lost, but we are leaving a little bit late. But classic. Yeah, classic us, but we're en route, and I'm really excited to just have a look around, like our first property like this. So
I'm excited as well, actually.
Yeah.
It's gonna be really nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be lovely. I don't know why I always think it's going to be a good idea for me to vlog after watching Anne with an E, because I think I cry every episode. Every single episode. And this was the episode where she says that she doesn't want Matthew to miss out on love, and then he says, babe, yeah? You're giving it all I'm not, away. They won't know what it's about.
You tell them the story.
I'm not, it's just...
Let people enjoy it.
Yeah, but when they get to it, they'll just know what it is.
Something really touching happened.
Okay, but basically what happens is she's worried that Matthew's going to miss out on love, and he then turns to Anne and he says, I don't know how you could miss out on... You could think I was going to miss out on love because I have you. And that was just me blubbing. But I haven't spoken to you since we went to the house. We went to look at the house and it was magical. So much more magical than I thought it was going to be. I thought that we were going to get to the actual location and it was going to be like a letdown, you know, like the setting and the area, and it was even better than we could have imagined. So now we just have to kind of think, because obviously it's the first place that we've ever gone and looked at with regards to this, but it's also really lovely, like really lovely. We've got tomorrow to kind of mull everything over and just think about things and go over everything and me try and make it work, I guess. But yeah, it was a good one. It was such a lovely evening as well, and we went and explored where it was and had a little look around, and it was really lovely. And then we came home and had bagels in bed, and it was lovely. Whilst watching Anne of Green Gables, we had some bagels. But anyway, I am gonna leave this vlog here, but both fur babies are asleep. Porter is asleep in his crate here, and Lumi is asleep down at my feet. Yeah, as you can see. We've moved Porter back into the kitchen now, so he's got his bed. Obviously he doesn't sleep in the kitchen at night, he sleeps with us. And he's so much happier. Oh my goodness, like instantly so much happier. He's going to be a little bit more disrupted next week when the painting is finishing off, but after that he's got his space back, which is very, very good.